Hi everybody, my name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel, Plants and Things. Thank you for clicking on this video and thank you for all my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. Like, I really do. It's so exciting when I see that I have new subscribers and comments on my videos. I like to hear from you guys and just see what you're interested in hearing and if you appreciate what I'm putting out there. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing alocasias. I'm going to be showing my plant collection of alocasias, and then I'm also going to do a quick kind of care guide, but it's going to be more so catered to beginners because there's a lot of really good alocasia care videos already on YouTube. But what I noticed from watching them is that they give good information, but it's not necessarily from the aspect of a beginner, because sometimes there's things we may not understand or know how to do or recognize yet as a beginner when it comes to plant care, that it's good information, but if you don't know what to do with it, it's not going to help you. So there are two main things that if you're a beginner with alocasias, you want to know. So that's what this video is going to be about. If that's something you're interested in, please hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, because I'm always going to be here bringing the gems about all the great plants, okay? If you're not already following me on Instagram, why not? It's right there. Follow me on Instagram. If you like to see plant pictures, videos, updates on how my plants are doing, follow me on Instagram. So I'm going to start with the fun part first. Of course, is the collection. Not that I have a huge collection, but I have a couple different kinds, and I've been taking care of them for a little while. So I've noticed what they really need and what is like kind of negotiable that you can kind of get around. So let's start with showing my collection, and then we'll get into those two main things. So if you see my other videos, you'll know that I have two black velvets, and they are gorgeous. They have these thick, kind of hardy, like velvet leaves, and I just love them. I really love them. This one has a new leaf, which is so exciting. And one I ordered online and one I found in my local nursery. This one I got maybe a week before this one, and it doesn't have any new growth yet, which is a little disappointing, but it is what it is. This wouldn't be one of my videos without my dogs barking. So, okay, come. Shh. Come. It's okay. Relax. Come here. So all of my alocasias are potted in soil. This one, however, that I got from a seller online, which I'll link in the description below if you're interested in purchasing one from her, because it came really in excellent quality. This looks like it's more in cocoa coir and peat, which is a lot more, it's airy, super airy, but it does hold moisture, the cocoa coir. This one looks like it's more in soil with a bark mix, and this one was from my local nursery. So those are my black velvets, gorgeous. And then this one just has my heart. This is my all-time favorite. The Alocasia Micholitziana. Boom! I've been practicing on how to say that name. Micholitziana, okay? That's what this one is, but a lot of people know it as the Alocasia fried egg. And this one I just love because, again, if you see my previous video, you know how big this baby can get, okay? Don't let this little baby fool you. And again, she has these beautiful velvety, soft leaves and this like lime green veining down the center. Like, I love it. And she has a new leaf as well. So proud of that. So proud of that. And as it gets bigger and more mature, the petiole or the stem will get this kind of like green striping. I just can't wait. And she's also in soil. So interestingly, I got these two from the same seller, Etsy seller, but they're potted in different mediums. Like, this is definitely a cocoa peat coir mix, and this is more soily, but they're both doing well. Like, they're both doing good. And I'll get into what I would recommend later because I'm about to recommend something, but I'll wait until that portion of the video. So that's my fry deck. I love, love, love this fry deck. I can't wait until it gets super duper huge. And I might have, speaking of overwatering and how to care for it, I might have overwatered it. I don't know if you can see it from this view or if I need to turn it around. It looks like it's holding a little bit of water in the leaf. So it's like a little swelling. So definitely let this dry out a little bit before we water it again. And then I don't want to knock this over, so I'm going to put it off to the side while I pick up my other girl. Oops. All right, this one I'll insert once I figure out exactly which alocasia this is. This one I got from a local big box store. It has these beautiful burgundy undersides of these leaves. Absolutely love. I'm gonna try to do this. I can't do it with you. Okay. What I absolutely love about the alocasias is these points here, the sinus that it creates, these points that are just stunning. So beautiful. I love these. So I'll give you a 360 of this plant. And I showed on Instagram, I think I have a reel of me repotting it. She does have a, she does have a leaf that's dying. I could just, I would pull it off, but it's really kind of, it's stuck on there. I'll wait and cut it off later. But, oh, she has a new leaf as well. Coming in right there. So beautiful. So this is in a 9-inch pot. When I first got this plant, I think it was in a 6 or 7-inch pot. And I was like watering it all the time. I was like, man, why am I watering this thing all the time? It's always dry. And I took the nursery pot out of the pot it came in, and it was completely root bound. It was completely root bound. So only after a week of having her, I had to repot her into a bigger pot, which is this one. I just put some marble stones on top to make it look pretty. And she's doing so well also. Love this. So these leaves aren't velvety. They're just kind of this matte dark green, but I love these. Love this, love this. So this one is not too close to my window or my grow light. It sits kind of a little far back from the window, but the other ones, because they're smaller, the babies, I'm trying to get them to grow a little more closer to the grow light for sure. So that is my collection of my alocasias that I have so far, and they're all doing really well. I'm really happy, like proud of myself, because they're doing good. So for the care of an alocasia as a beginner, there are going to be two things that are really important. That if you want an alocasia, you probably either need to already have these things before you purchase it, or as soon as you get it, you need to go get these things. Otherwise, the alocasia is just not going to be happy with you. So the first thing that you absolutely need as a beginner with alocasias is a humidifier. They are not going to like you if there's not enough humidity. And you don't need to get a fancy, expensive, huge humidifier. It all depends on your situation. If you are a beginner with plants in general and you want an alocasia, you can get you a small little humidifier and keep that humidifier right next to your alocasia. If you plan on building your collection of plants in general, then you want to get a decent humidifier. And still, again, it doesn't have to be like super fancy. I'll link in the description below the one that I have from Amazon. I believe it was about $40 to $50. It does span about 250 square feet, which is what you'll want if you plan on having a collection. If you're gonna have it in a room with a few plants, then you want it to be able to kind of reach, you want the moisture in the air to fill the room, not just to be for a small area. So absolutely 100% you need a humidifier. It's not gonna work without it. That's the first thing. And that's because the plant is a tropical plant, and some plants are more tolerant in changes of environment than others, and alocasia just is not it. It's not it. It needs that humidity, it needs that moisture, so you need a humidifier for sure. And the one that I have, it's not, like I said, it's not a super fancy one, so it doesn't actually, you can't actually set the percentage of humidity. I just have it on low continuously all day, all night, and I just refill it. And the reason I keep it on low is because it leaks a little bit if I put it on high, but I find that even on low, it's enough because it's continuous. You'll actually start to see a little bit of water droplets or excess water on the tips of plants, so you know it's working even on low. That's the first thing, gotta have your humidifier. The second thing that you really need to have as a beginner with an alocasia is a moisture meter, because watering and humidity are like two things that is not going to be happy with you if you don't have it right. The sunlight, it can give or take. I have, like I said, this one here does not sit right near my window. It sits probably, I would say, at least 10 to 15 feet away from my window. So it's not near a grow light, it's not near the window, but it's still growing because I have the humidity right and the watering schedule right. So for the moisture meter, I'm gonna actually show too how to use it, because for me, it's simple to use it, but sometimes depending on the one that you have, it can have a gradient, and when to water it is based on the plant. You know, it could say dry. I'll just show you. I'll insert if this is not close enough. Hopefully, I don't know. I'll try to insert. It has, like, this one has different levels. So I think I ordered this on Amazon again for like $12. I can link in the description below the actual link for it. And it has a meter from dry, moist to wet. Now, some plants, you wait until it's dry before you water it. Alocasias, you want to wait until it's moist, not dry. I got this tip from a YouTuber, Houseplanty Goodness, and that was the number one the number one tip that helped me completely with all of my alocasias. Like, I have 100, only 3. Anyways, it was the one thing that really helped me when it came to watering. You don't want to wait until it's dry. You want to wait until it's moist, almost dry. Then you go ahead and water it. And even then, it doesn't need to be a drenching downpour like you do with some other plants, just to make sure it's evenly moist again. So I'm going to show you an example. I might need to change the angle. Most of my alocasias are wet. I just watered them like a day ago, so they don't need to be watered, but I do have one that does need to be watered, so I can show you what you want to look for on the moisture meter, at least this one, when you know it's ready to be watered. For this black velvet here, I don't believe it needs to be watered, so let's take a look. So, oh yeah, I didn't even get past the first inch, and it's pretty moist, almost wet. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I watered this like a day or so ago. So that does not need to be watered. And then of course, in between checking plants, you want to wipe the moisture meter just to make sure there's no excess soil or dampness that could alter your readings. And then this one I believe does need to be watered, so hopefully it'll give us, look, and this is the one, like I said, is in cocoa coir, which is really draining. So yeah, in the first inch, it's super dry, and its pot is not super deep anyways, but as I go down more, it's super dry. So I'm a little late on watering this, which I'm a little worried because she has a new leaf too. So I hope that I didn't, slow down the process. But on another side, it's a little closer to the moist side, but she's definitely ready. I'm late. I'm late on watering this. I should have watered this like yesterday or a day ago. So that's what you don't want to do. Here, the one alocasia that I know does not need to be watered, but I'll show you. So I'm only within the first inch, and it's already middle moist, almost wet, and you go down a little more and it's really close almost to wet. So, and then even a little more and it's absolutely wet. This definitely does not need to be watered. So as you can see, it can be a little complicated without a moisture meter to know when to to mortar. It can be a little complicated without a moisture meter to know when to water your alocasias. So as a beginner, I highly recommend a moisture meter. That's pretty much the only plants I really use it for anyways, because it's just, you want to find that sweet spot right when it's still a little moist, but right before it goes dry. So that's my number one key, get a moisture meter. So another thing with alocasias that it's not a major necessity that you must have as a beginner, but just keep in mind that you're going to need it at some point, is some type of insecticide, pest control, because alocasias just love spider mites, or spider mites love alocasias. This one had spider mites. Mind you, it did come from a big box store though, and those are usually pretty dry. It wasn't like outside in their greenhouse area, so it probably already had spider mites, when I got it, but they are highly prone to spider mites. So you might want to get some type of insecticide. I'll insert a picture of the one that I have here. And the way that I use it is I just spray the soil. I don't spray the leaves with it because it could burn the leaves, and especially if you have it where it does get some light and it's wet from the insecticide, it could definitely burn. So I drenched the soil, and I did it before and after repotting because spider mites can come back. They love, love, love these plants, and they love to hide right in the back. I'll show you on this one. Right in the back here where the petiole meets the leaf, and in these little crevices, especially this has all these nice little crevices from the way that the leaf curls, webbing and little white, just get some type of thing that kills spider mites. So like I said, I drenched the soil, and then I just use soap and water and a paper towel to really scrub and wash the leaves, and that will get the spider mites that's on the leaf off. But also because I was in the middle of repotting it, I just really cleaned the roots gently, rinsed them really well, changed out the soil. So if there was any spider mite bugs or eggs in the soil, that went with the soil. But then again, once I was done repotting it, I sprayed the soil, drenched it. And that's something that you might have to do a few times, or every week or so. Somebody, I don't remember her name, on my Instagram page, she recommended that every other watering, she just does a preventative treatment for spider mites because it's gonna happen. So like I said, it's not like a necessity that you must have before you get it, but just keep in mind that at some point pretty soon you're gonna need something to take care of some spider mites. And I think that's everything. Other than that, as long as you have the humidity down, the watering down, like I said, the light, it does need light. Of course, if you have some small babies that you're trying to grow, you do probably want it to either be near a window, or like I have here, some grow lights. I really like this one because it bends and I can adjust it to fit the area or a certain plant that I really needs more attention, or it's so adjustable. So I'll link in below in the description below where I got this, of course, on Amazon. But I really like this one in particular. And it does have a timer, which I don't really use. I just put it on before I go to work in the morning, and I turn it off before I go to bed. So it gets about 12 to 14 hours of light. Now, if you have some baby alocasias that you're growing from little pups that you're trying to grow out, and you do need to give it some light, you do want it to be indirect light. So you don't want to set your alocasia, like even this, I wouldn't do. I wouldn't set this right under the light like this. I have my little baby ones on a shelf below where there's another plant above it to kind of dapple the light. It wants indirect light because it has these dark velvety leaves. If it has too much direct light, it's going to bleach them, burn them. They're not going to be dark and velvety and beautiful anymore. So indirect light is the best for alocasias. So yeah, I think that's everything that you need to know before you get an alocasia. They are beautiful. They are so beautiful, and I love them. So guys, I hope they found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you already have some alocasias, which one you're looking to get. I'm looking to get a Zebrina. I love the Zebrina. There's a variegated Zebrina, I believe, as well. I'll insert a picture. I love that thing. That's what I'm looking to get. Tell me in the comments below what you're looking to get, what you already have, what are your tips about alocasias that helped you and like figuring out how to care for them. And yeah, thank you again for watching. If you stay to the end, thank you so much. And if you don't already follow my Instagram, you can follow my Instagram or subscribe to my channel or like this video, whatever you want to do. I appreciate it. Whatever you want to do, I appreciate it. So thank you for watching. Bye.